Near Times Square, at the line for late show tickets, we borrowed David Letterman's audience for a short quiz on economic inequality.
So this is three different societies. It's the distribution of wealth in the societies. Where do you think these three places are?
In each chart, we explained, yellow represents the richest fifth of the population, blue the second richest, and so on down to orange, the poorest fifth. Which chart, we asked, represents the distribution of wealth in the United States?
So this one's exactly equally distributed from the top to the bottom.
In the first chart, each 1/5 of the population has 20% of the wealth. In the middle pie chart, a middling amount of inequality. The richest fifth owns 36%, the poorest fifth only 11%. And in the third chart, extreme inequality, where the richest fifth owns 84% of the nation's wealth, while the bottom 2/5, 40% of the population, owns an almost invisible 0.3% of the nation's property.
Which one do you think the United States is?
I might say this one.
You think the United States is completely equal? 20%, 20%?
It's not exactly equal, but that might be my guess that that'd be the closest. Or maybe this one. It's one of the top two.
And you?
Maybe the middle.
Well, the United States would be the middle.
I think the middle was U.S.
Middle one is U.S., middle one is U.S., middle one is U.S. Which one would you think the U.S. was?
Hopefully that.
This would have to be third world. This would have to be places like India.
A place that would be incredibly unequal, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. The US would be here.
U.S. would be here, and this one?
I don't think that exists.
At least he got that one right. The completely equal pie economy is completely made up. The middle pie represents the wealth distribution of Sweden. The bottom pie? We asked two presumably low-income workers near the tourist line for Letterman.
What place would have a distribution like this? What
United States?
United States.
Yes, this chart represents the land of opportunity, ours.
The study had a few different parts to it.
Psychologist Dan Ariely designed the quiz. First consistent finding, most Americans don't realize how unequal our country really is.
People don't understand how much wealth the top 20% have. They actually have 84% of the wealth and they think they have much less. And more disturbingly, people don't understand how little wealth the bottom of the distribution have. The bottom 40% of the US have about 0.3% of the wealth, basically zero, and people think they have much more than that.